All right, what up, YouTube? Marley G back at you on another episode of Running With You on No Cap, No Filter. And tonight I want to run with y'all about this new pandemic that's going on out here about females that, have a kid or multiple kids and are viewed as red flags in a dating scene by some men nowadays. And, vice versa when it comes to women, viewing men with kids. And, I feel like everybody got their own requirements and everybody got what they want to compromise for when it comes to dating someone, and everybody's entitled to that. But I'm gonna go ahead on and get into the reasons why I feel like some men view that as a red flag. We're going to specifically talk about the women that has multiple kids, because usually they're the one who, gonna be living with the kids at the house or whatnot. So I feel like a lot of men view this as a red flag because, first of all, they're going to be having to deal with the stepkids, and then they might have to deal with the baby daddy if the baby daddy is on good terms or not with the baby mama. If they're on good terms, some people could be cool with that and comfortable with that, and some people sure just don't want them to be talking at all, or the child's father just communicate through someone else. Everybody got their own level of what they're comfortable with and what they're not comfortable with. But for sure you're gonna have to deal with the children regardless, and some men just can't deal with stepkids, especially if it's multiple kids. Like, for instance, say if a man is 25 and he only has one child, and he meet a girl and he like her or whatever, but she has 3 kids. Now he automatically go from 1 kid to 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? So even though 9 times out of 10 his baby mama probably got his kid elsewhere, because women usually had a kid when he get with his girl and they thinking about moving in together. Now he's gonna have to go from living with 0 kids and occasionally have his own kid when he can, to dealing with 3 kids. And then it might be 3 kids that's mean or just bad or don't like them, or a lot of stepkids are not are not welcoming of the significant other partner. Like, a lot of them could be very disrespectful, and sometimes the significant other don't know how to deal with that. And sometimes the person who's got to be the stepfather or stepmother don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to handle that. If they discipline them, it's a problem. If they don't discipline them, it'll be annoying. So that's something hard to tackle for someone. Mind you, that's going to be something else you're going to have to account for. Like, a lot of women, when they on a dating scene, a lot of men view them as like, okay, will she be an asset or will she be a liability? Okay, for so she's going to be, those kids are going to be a liability financially, but are you willing to accept that and step up to the plate and, not worry about it? Like, some men, they probably just got it like that to where that's not even a problem with, having to deal with them financially. It's just, having to deal with them physically and in person. And, it could be draining to some men and some women, dealing with people who has multiple kids. And some people could be missing out on a good person just because they don't want to date someone with even 1 kid. Like, they want to get with someone who ain't got no kids, especially if they ain't got no kids, and then build something from the ground up with someone in a family and don't have no outside kids. And like I say, a person is entitled to that. So like me, I'm 31. My dating preferences will be anyone between the ages of around 26 to 34. So of course, if she's around 26, odds are she might have 1 kid. Now when she edging 30, that's higher chances of her having 2 kids. Now when she in her mid 30s, like around 34, shit, that's odds are even higher till she might have multiple kids. So you got to learn how to play the field. So you want to make yourself good on a dating market. So when you young, you usually make a mistake or whatever with someone, y'all like each other, but y'all probably toxic, and a child might come out of that. But you can't fault somebody for 1 mistake. Now, if you motherfucking having multiple kids with multiple people, like you got 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies, like that's a problem, and you single, because I always tell y'all, a good woman won't stay on the dating market long. If a good woman is on the dating market for 5 years, odds are it's not because she just, know what she want and ain't gonna settle for less. It's because she can't. It's not that she don't need a man. It's because she can't keep a man. Like a lot of women having these kids or whatever, and they always say, I don't need a man, I don't need a man, and years go by and they be single for a long time. It is not that they don't need a man, they can't keep a man. And a good woman will be able to keep a man, Now, not saying a good woman gonna motherfucking just get the perfect man, because shit, they could get a bullshit ass nigga too, because you are what you attract. If you attract then bullshit ass men, 9 times out of 10 you're a bullshit ass female. That's just all you're attracting. But if you're a good woman, shit, you're gonna get you a good man, odds are, because they could just spot them, because a good woman just come with certain qualities and characteristics and traits. And then that's another thing. Even if you do got multiple kids, a man gonna see how you treat your kids. A man gonna know if you're a good woman. A man gonna know if you're a good motherly woman, shit. Because if you've been single, then your only option is you just gonna be just dating a lot of men. You're gonna get you some when you can get you some, and then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a lot of times where you're gonna have to go ahead on and turn to that rose. You're gonna have to turn to that motherfucking squirrel. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to turn to Bob. You already know what Bob is, B.O.B., battery owned boyfriend. You dig? And it's not the end of the world if you have multiple kids. You know what I'm saying? I got an auntie, she got 10 kids, and she always, had her man or whatever. But like I say, keeping a man, you know what I'm saying, long term, that's the hard thing when it comes to women. And, you gotta be able to make sure you're a good woman, because a lot of women, they feel like just because they got kids, all they gotta do is feed them, provide a roof over their head, and once the weekend comes, shit, they just go ahead on and go out and then come back and then repeat and just watch them. Like, nah, it's more to that, and that goes for men too. It's more to that. You know what I'm saying? You could watch your kids when you have them. Yes, that's something you're supposed to do. You could provide a roof over their head and clothes on their back and feed them. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. But you also supposed to do other things too, like actually making sure they get to school, actually making sure they get to school and be presentable, actually making sure that they're not disrespecting adults. You know what I'm saying? Actually making sure that they're studying, actually making sure they're doing their chores around the house to become independent. You dig? Not always on social media and on TikTok dancing, not disrespecting adults and other kids, cursing people out, thinking it's cute, not motherfucking always just on the game, and you know what I'm saying, motherfucking missing school days and not doing homework, all that shit. All that shit can't rock. You gotta motherfucking lay that law down. You gotta have that discipline and shit, and men gonna peep that. So that's another trait. So yeah, man, a lot of people they're missing out on someone that they could really have a good relationship with, because they have a motherfucking kid, even if the energy there. Because I'm a person that's all about energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care about what you could do for me financially and all this and all that, and how good you look. Like, yeah, I'm gonna want you to get your own money and have goals and stuff, but that's something that could be worked on. And when it comes to looks, that's something that could be worked on. Now you gotta be attracted to me. Like, you gotta be some way somehow attracted to me, but you just can't be no any old thing. But yeah, you ain't just gotta be no dime either. So I'm all about energy. Like, I'm an energy type of person. Like, if I'm around you and anything I'm going on with me that's negative or stressful or whatever, if all that disappear when I'm around you and it's just all positive and I'm in a good mood when I'm just around you and I can't wait to be around you and all that, then that's what I be looking for. I be looking for that type of energy. And you ain't gonna get that type of energy out of everybody. And some people get that type of energy with somebody, but they gonna X that out just because they got a kid or two. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you could fault somebody, if they got multiple kids with multiple baby daddies and multiple baby mamas, but if they only got one or two, and especially one or two or one person, then shit, that's something. It just ain't work out. It just ain't work out. And like I say, You know what I'm saying? I have one, so I can't really fault a woman if she have one, you know. Now if she have two, then whatever I'm looking for, she gonna have to come with it even harder. You know, whatever I look for in a female, like loyalty, maturity, good healthy habits, and you know, appearance and all that, whatever, all that I look for, she gonna have to come with it even harder if she got two. But if she got three, especially three and multiple baby daddies, then shit, that's gonna be kind of a problem. Because like I said, you ain't gotta, it ain't just you dealing with her, it's now it's you dealing with her, it's you dealing with this kid, it's you dealing with that kid, it's you dealing with this baby daddy, it's you dealing with that baby daddy, and how they relationship is, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a motherfucking lot, dog. So yeah, and then you gotta take account for birthdays, like this person's birthday on this day and it gotta be with this family, this person's birthday on this day gotta be with that family, like all that shit just a lot to handle and juggle and process. So I want to know what y'all think. Like, do y'all have a good experience dealing with a relationship with people with multiple kids? Do y'all have a bad experience? Let me know in the comment section down below, and just let me know what y'all think.